and welcome our viewers into a new episode of your show, Timeless Journey. And as you know, our viewers, on this podcast, we give you the perfect journeys that we will take you on every lovely episode. Not only that, we have a distinguished guest in every episode. With this episode, they will share with us their journey, their habits, and how it will improve our life experiences. And of course, when we see the mistakes that they did, we will avoid it. When we see the successful journey and successful path that they are going to, we will follow them on this path and cheer them up. And of course, for today's episode is going to be in regard health benefits. And you know, there's a lot of mistakes that everyone does. And how to avoid these mistakes, that we have an expert with us, Mohammad Almarzouq, who's going to share with us his experience. So, you know, we can have a better understanding and either losing weight or building muscles or have a better sleep. And today she would share with us the 5 common mistakes and how to improve and to avoid it, from either blood tests, exercising, cardio, sleeping, and what we should eat, which is the nutritional part. And of course, Mohammad Almarzouq, welcome and thank you for being with us.
Thank you, Mr. Abdul Latif. It's a pleasure to be in the show.
The pleasure is actually ours. And regarding the experience that you have, the many shows that you've been at, you have your own podcast, you have shows that you've been, let's say, appeared at. And I think that your experience is really important to be with us. And, you know, since that's in Kuwait, a lot of people falls in the, you know, many mistakes in regard the health benefits and how to improve their condition. The most important one, which is the most, let's say, common mistake, we will try to combine the most common with the most important. You would have sleep.
Yes, exactly.
Yeah.
A lot of people, when they try to improve their body composition, health, they focus on their diet, their training, supplements, which are crucial parts. No one denies that.
Thanks to social media, we've been following that.
Exactly.
Yeah.
But not a lot of people on social media, they don't speak a lot about sleep.
Yeah.
They don't speak about the importance of sleep. What are the tips to improve sleep?
Why do you think that?
That's a very good question. I'm going to review some data, then some experiences that I had work with some clients. First of all, let's take a study. They split 2 groups of people. Okay, a study for 10 weeks. One group, they give them some instructions to improve their sleep. Sleep this time, do this, maybe take this supplement. Some instructions to improve their sleep. The other group, they didn't give them anything. Just go along. They give them a diet and they give them a training program.
And of course, a pillow and like and everything to sleep.
Exactly. Everything that they need to improve their sleep, they give. The other group, nothing. Just do normal things. What they realize after 10 weeks, just by improving sleep, you lose so much significantly body fat and you build more muscle just from sleeping better. Imagine, same diet instructions, same nutrition, same training, just by improving sleep.
I can hear some lazy people on the corner who loves to sleep. Okay, yeah, finally. Something on the line of sleepers,
You know, when I mentioned this kind of information, they say, yeah, I sleep 12, 13 hours. Why don't I improve my body? Because they miss the other things, like no good nutrition, no good training. So it's all complementary, okay? So that's the first study. The second study, they brought also 2 groups of people. And one group, they made them sleep 8 hours, which is like what you're supposed to be doing, sleeping about 8 hours.
Which is the perfect time, I think.
Exactly.
Hours.
We can go into specific exactly about if you're an athlete, you train 2 times per day. How are your sleep requirements change?
We're gonna go that through then maybe the other questions.
Exactly.
But for now, we're talking about the 2
importance
groups
of sleep. Yes. So one group sleeping 8 hours, other group 6 hours, and they give them a buffet. Go eat, and they monitor their nutritional habits. What they realized that the group that had less sleep, they ate so much more calories compared to the other group that had good sleep. So if you're trying to lose weight and you're not sleeping well, that's gonna be harder for you because your hunger signal is gonna be so much higher.
Craving for food.
Yes, craving for food, craving for sweets, this kind of stuff. Okay, that's the second study. The third study, they brought 2 groups of men. One group, they made them sleep only 5 hours. They restricted their sleep intentionally. The other group, sleeping 7 to 8 hours. What they realized from one single night only of low sleep, the male hormone, testosterone, was dropped by 30% from one single night of sleep, We all know the male hormone testosterone helps you build muscle
One of the
and
most
lose fat.
important.
Exactly. That's why a lot
Exactly,
of
yeah.
people take them exogenously, which is not a good thing because it helps to build muscle. So you can improve your natural producing hormone just by sleeping well. So from these 3 studies, people should pay so much attention to their sleep. And when I work with people in order to help them lose weight, build muscle, the first thing they ask me, what's the diet I'm gonna do? What's the training I'm gonna do? What's the supplements I'm gonna do? They don't say anything about their sleep. I ask them about their sleep. How's
Which
your
is the
sleep?
most important thing, but they have lack of awareness.
Yes.
Well,
exactly.
we need you, Mohammed, with us. Yeah,
That's why I'm
definitely.
here, to help people improve their bodies.
Please, the platform is yours, the mic is
Mm.
yours. So it is really important. And unfortunately, a lot of people falls into the mistake of, that when they have the tests and they see that they are low in testosterone, they go immediately to try some illegal intake of testosterone. And with that, they think the reason is it may be genetics, or maybe that they are in age, or progress in age. So they didn't know. I actually didn't know until you said it.
Yeah.
I didn't know that it drops 30%.
Yeah.
So sleeping is really most
Exactly.
important.
I see blood work all the time because when I work with people, I require from them blood work. And we have a section about blood work. We're going to
Yeah,
get
the blood
into
test, yes.
specifics. Why I see blood work is the second most important part to prove your body. But what I see, some people around 45, 50 years old, they have perfect testosterone, better than people in their 20s. Because when you see the whole lifestyle, the older people, they exercise, they sleep well, they have less stress, they have less body fat compared to the other people.
Let's say more organized their lives, so that
Exactly.
enhances.
Exactly. Because some people assume that if I cross 30, naturally my testosterone is going to go down. I can't improve my body. But that's wrong,
Well, this is actually what all of us thought about, that after 30, it will drop significantly. When I go to the gym, I should have taken like natural supplements, ashwagandhas and many things
Yes,
that
don't get Ali, a lot of things. Yes,
yeah,
yes.
yeah. And we didn't know that it's actually sleep that's one of the most important thing. So I heard about something which is like, that when you don't sleep right, don't go to the gym the next day, because let's say in one day I was working chest exercise, the second day I have leg exercise, leg workout. So or let's say leg day. Don't go to the gym. I heard it many times. Don't go to the gym if you slept less than 6 hours. Is that right?
Okay, that's a good question.
It is really important because
Yes,
a lot of
because
people
a
they
lot
don't
of
sleep.
people ask me when I work with them, hey, today I didn't sleep well. What should I do? First of all, if someone is training 4 times a week, they have 3 rest days throughout the week, I tell them, make this a rest day, then train in another day.
Yeah.
It's fine if it's not something that happens constantly. It's like one in every 2 weeks, 1 3 weeks. Everyone has some issues that comes up.
Yeah.
So if you had one night of less sleep, your body's not going to be functioning well because you're used to a good amount of sleep. During this instance, yeah, I would maybe recommend that miss that day, make it a rest day, then train. Or what you can do is in between the day, take a nap. Like 1 hour nap is very good, then train after that.
Power nap.
Exactly,
It will
power
give us
nap.
a
I
really
don't
good
recommend
power.
people increasing their caffeine intake, their pre-workout, just to go through the workout.
This is what I do actually.
I don't recommend that on the
You
long
would see
term.
me at the line of the coffee shop before I go to the gym, while I'm holding, an energy drink,
Yeah.
and I'm waiting for that. Yeah, because this is actually what I thought. Many mistakes of our reviewers that have been falling at, I actually fall into way before them, and if it's not even after. So that's actually this is okay. Away from the show, as Abdulatif Lanizi myself, I felt into these mistakes, Mohammed, many times. Either yesterday. Yesterday
What happened?
I had a chest exercise. Today I had legs. I couldn't sleep right, I had 11 months son.
Wow,
So,
mashallah.
he's teething, so I
God bless
couldn't
him.
sleep right. So and I had a really long day yesterday. So that's why I thought to myself, okay, it's either I nap after you mention it right now, or have a rest, because I tend to have this thought that if I didn't exercise one day, my performance will drop. My muscle ratio will drop because I'm trying to build muscle. Well, it's wrong. If you work out 6 days a week, 5 days a week, if I had a rest one day, it won't drop, right?
Exactly. First of all, I don't recommend 95% of people exercise 6 times per week, because I see that people don't need to train 6 times per week to improve their muscle mass, because people always think about muscle building or fat loss just as acting. They don't see the recovery side. You don't build muscle while training. In training, you actually do the opposite. You break down the muscle, then during sleep, you build the muscle.
We don't sleep and we go and break it down.
Exactly. So the net outcome is not the best outcome that you can get. Of course, you're going to gain some muscle. You're going to improve because you're going to the gym. You're doing the work required. But is it the optimal way to do it? In my opinion, no. That's why all the people I work with, they train 5 times per week.
Okay.
Rarely they do 6 times. This has multiple benefits. First of all, if you miss one day, it's not the end of the week. You can have another day, you can train in. That's one thing. That's a very big benefit I see.
Yes.
The second thing, because you only have 5 days, you're going to rest for 2 days. You're going to relax. First of all, physiologically, you're going to relax, be relaxed. Your body's going to be relaxed. Second of all, psychologically, you're going to be relaxed and you want to hit the gym. Like a lot of people who loves the gym and the rest of the day they say, I want to go to the gym, but they hold themselves. For me, that's a good thing. Because
if I go 6 days a week, or let's say 7 days a week, I would be bored of the gym. That's what you mean?
Mostly, a lot of people, yes. So if you have 2 rest days.
Happened to me last week.
Thank you.
When I wanted to go to the gym, I said, oh, come on, I need a rest.
Yes.
But I cannot have a rest. I didn't sleep well and I need to hit the gym.
So yeah, what I see with people, if they have 5 days per week only, they have 2 rest days, they will miss the gym more. So when they go to the gym the next time, they're going to train harder, they're going to train better.
Yeah.
So the urge for them to go to the gym is going to be so much higher when they force themselves to stay at home, because it's a rest day. So that's why I recommend for most people 5 times per week and focus on quality rather than quantity. We're going to talk about this in the training section. And what do I mean by training on quality rather than quantity?
Yeah.
But people should focus on the quality.
Okay, since we're now talking about the quality, we need to talk about the quality of sleep, since we're still on the first segment.
Yes.
So what are the main causes of insomnia?
That's a very good question. Most of all, what I see with a lot of people is stress. They have so much stress and they amplify the stress. Like it can be a small thing that happened to them throughout life. They magnify it a lot. For example, they're driving, someone came across them.
Yeah.
They got angry, they got back home. This anger stays with them throughout the whole day. They get angry on their people, they get angry on their family, they get angry on work. So what I see is that someone has to learn stress management. Like we all gonna have stresses, but how we act towards this stress is gonna make a major difference. Let's take the same example. You're driving, someone came across you, nothing happened, nothing bad happened.
Yeah.
So you can say,
you didn't crash.
Exactly. You can say, thank God, everything is good now. You continue your life. Or you can get angry, stressful.
You start cursing and you start being really shouting.
Exactly. So if this scenario happened while you're going to the gym, let's take, for example, 2 people. This person who got angry, his workout is going to be bad. His gym experience is going to be bad. Compared to the other person, thank God, everything is good now. I can go enjoy my gym. So how you react to the stresses that you face in your life is going to be so much of a good benefit for you and help you sleep. That's the first reason. The second reason, also considered from stress, they don't manage stress. For example, you had a good new child. God bless him for you. Yeah, so for example, now you have less sleep compared to before.
Yeah.
Right?
In a good way. In a good way.
Yeah. But at the end you have less sleep.
Yeah.
Okay? Less sleep means more stress on your body. True. So when you keep training 6 times per week and your body is not recovering, you're going to add stress on stress on stress on stress, especially if your work has so much stress. Because stress, there is this theoretical example, like you have a stress bucket. All kinds of stress goes into one place. Stress from work, stress from dieting, stress from training, stress from newborn, stress, all in one place. Let's take an example. Your stress bucket can only handle 5 stressors. That's it.
Okay.
Training, diet, work. Let's say you have a business and you have a child. Okay.
Okay.
Let's say, for example, something extra came in. You have to travel for work, so much more stress. So you only have 5, but you have 6 stressors.
What
So
happened?
you have to remove one of the stresses you already have
Yeah.
to have some room for the other. We're talking about nutrition and training. For example, instead of going 6 times per week to the gym, go 4 times. You decrease the amount of stress
I
from
won't lose
training.
muscle mass.
No, because that's a very good question. The amount of training or volume needed to build the muscle is so much higher than the amount of training required to maintain a muscle.
Mhm.
So, for example, if you train 5 to 6 days per week and you build your physique, when you go to 3 times, 4 times per week, you'll maybe improve a little bit, but you're never gonna lose some real muscle mass. What a lot of people face during this time period, they think they lost muscle because their fullness of the muscle went down a bit.
Mhm.
They didn't lose muscle mass. They lost water in the muscle.
Mhm.
The muscle, let's take, for example, it's like a circle.
Yeah.
Okay, 80% is water. Yes, about
Really?
80% of muscle is water. Yeah,
I didn't know that.
80%. Your body, about 80% is water. Also, 70 to 80% of your body is water. So, for example, this water content can be affected from multiple things.
Okay.
Your carbohydrate intake.
Yes.
If you get good amount of carbohydrates, you can have more water in the muscle, which is a good thing. You take creatine supplement, that thing helps with increasing water in the muscle, good thing. The other thing that people don't pay attention, the volume of training, which in simple terms, how much training or sets you are doing per muscle group per week. So if you are doing 6 exercises for chest in a week, okay, and you go to 4,
Yeah.
this fullness gonna go down a bit because you're not stimulating the muscle that much, so you don't need to have that much fullness. But did you lose real muscle fibers? No, because your training is improving. You're lifting more weights, you're lifting more reps.
What I did lost is actually waters in the
Yes,
muscle.
yes.
So
That's
that's
why
a
when
really good
people
thing.
go on a diet,
Yeah.
they say, "Oh, I lost muscles."
Yeah.
But what happens is the water surrounding or inside the
Or
muscle
maybe
cell,
fat even. Not even
exactly.
water. Yeah.
Maybe they have some fat in their chest, so they lost some fat.
And it's
They
got
feel,
burned. Yeah.
I lost muscle. But in order to know exactly if you lost muscle or not, you
Mhm.
follow your training program.
Yeah.
Like if you're this week, you did 10 kilos, 10 reps. Next week, you did 10 kilos, 12 reps. That's impossible. You lost muscle. How do you lose muscle while increasing your weights? You can't do that.
Exactly.
It doesn't happen. So
Exactly.
people, when they say, I will decrease the number of days I'm training, I fear losing muscle. No, you're not going to lose muscle.
You're not, definitely.
And this is only for a short period of time.
Mhm.
When the stress finishes, you get back to your routine. Like I work with a lot of students. When they get into period of exams, they have a lot of stress.
Yeah.
So I tell them, what's more stressful for you? Is it the diet or the training? If the training is stressful for them, the fact of them going
Lower
to the
the
gym.
days.
Exactly.
Lower the days. Yes. If it was diet, do not go for a diet for 100% diet. Try to eat at least 60 to 70%.
Yes.
You won't
Maintain.
gain fat. Maintaining.
Yes.
Maintaining. I tried it once. It was really difficult for me. And during Ramadan, the past Ramadan was really stressful for me personally because I had to work during daytime for a show.
Okay.
And I had to work during nighttime for a show.
Okay.
And believe me, between these days, I've been fasting for over 16, 17 hours, the fasting time.
Yes.
And 8 hours, the time that we can eat. And when I can eat, holy diet.
Yeah.
And I see the people eating, eating legumat. They've been eating sambusas and they've been eating like everything delicious.
All joys. Yes.
And I've been looking at them like I deserve that. So what I did is actually, I tried to maintain. I try to maintain. I've been taking like 5 legumas, 5 sambusas every day. And the other food, like I try to lower the portion. I cannot have a diet subscription or, eating from, like a Subway or something. I cannot eat that. So it was really difficult for me. But we will go further in that discussion. Now we were talking about the quality.
Yes.
Okay. And the last question is going to be during the sleep segment. What are the tips for improving the sleep quality?
That's a very good question. So first of all, try sleeping in the same time every single day. Make your body used to that sleep pattern. I know some people work in shift
Like
works.
psychological hours?
Like for example, it's called the circadian rhythm. Like you sleep at 10 p.m. every day. You try to sleep like between 9 and 10 every single day. You're gonna automatically wake on the same time the next day every single time, and you're not gonna need an alarm. You're gonna work so much energized. That's the most important thing for me someone can do.
Please, our viewers, take notes because this is actually really important one.
Yes.
So what else?
The second thing that you can do is maybe sleep in a cold place.
Cold place.
Yes, like for me, I put the AC the lowest I can put it just for sleep.
Like 18, 17.
Yeah, if I can go 16, I'm gonna put 16.
Oh,
But in
okay.
home, it only goes to 18.
It go, yeah.
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 So when I travel, sometimes it goes to 16. I put 16. Just for sleep. Like
I
before
would
sleep.
sleep like more than 12 hours, Mohammed.
No, you're not gonna sleep more than 12 hours, but you're gonna sleep in a very high quality.
Believe
Because
me.
you're gonna feel some cold.
Yeah.
So you're gonna wrap yourself in the blanket
And it's
better.
gonna be warm, you know?
Yes, and you're gonna have better sleep quality.
Yeah, well, it is really important. So it is going to help the performance. It is going to help our, physical hours and psychological hours. It is really important. And
Also, if you don't
yeah.
mind, there is one
Okay.
thing I forgot to mention. Some people ask a lot, how do I know if I got a good sleep quality night?
yeah, that's important one.
Yes, how do they know? So some of them go to buy some watches. I don't like the watches, to be honest. Like, buy a watch to know how is your sleep quality. Because
Like wearing the watch while you sleep?
yes,
I
there are some
cannot do that.
You cannot do that. I know a lot of people the same as you, but people can do that.
Yeah.
But I don't like it for multiple reasons. First of all, your sleep, everything happens in your head. So what is the wristband gonna do for your gauging the waves you're
Counting
gonna
the
have?
oxygens or the heart
Yeah,
rate.
it can get you
It's
some.
not that accurate.
It's not that accurate, exactly. First thing. The second thing, it's a psychological thing. People, because when they wake up, they feel good. They see their watch, it says, oh, your sleep quality is 80% today, not 100%. So they get discouraged and their gym performance goes down because they think, oh, I'm not going to perform well.
Psychologically, they are not
Yes.
prepared because of what the watch said.
Exactly. And they always think about sleep. Am I going to sleep well? I'm not going to sleep well. Before sleep, they see the watch.
Yeah.
So in the end, they don't sleep well because they keep thinking about sleep. It's like me telling someone, don't think about the purple elephant. They're going to think about purple elephant. That's the same concept. Your brain's going to think about it.
Okay, I'm thinking about that now. Okay.
Yeah. So your brain's going to think about it. So I know a lot of people, when they removed the watch, they slept better. So the best way for you to gauge if you're sleeping well or not, how do you feel when you wake up?
And don't buy alarm. I've seen a couple of studies. No, don't set the alarm, and try, because if you don't have work, like for the next day, try do not set the alarm because immediately you will sleep. Try to count it for at least 8 hours. And there is one thing I need to contribute on that, and I'm sorry. Okay.
It's okay. Go for it.
When you wake up after sleeping 8 hours, when you wake up and you can wake up, you can stand and go and wash your face, go and do it. If you at least just a little bit waking up and then you go back to sleep, you will immediately go to a rhythm. We're going to be lazy for the rest of the day.
Interesting.
Do not sleep one more time. I've seen this study actually a couple of weeks ago. It is really important.
Did it happen to you personally?
Help me. What?
This thing.
Try it. Try it. Sleep, and when you wake up after 8 or 9 hours or after 7 hours,
don't try to go back to sleep again.
Go back to sleep again. Try and do it. You will feel lazy and you will sleep more than 12 to 13 hours.
Wow, I didn't know that, man.
Yeah, actually, I've tested it myself.
Okay,
yeah, I didn't go to the gym for like 2 days. I was so lazy. I took caffeine and I was still lazy.
Maybe that's why some people say I sleep 12, 13 hours a day. I don't seem to feel well. Maybe that's one of the big reasons.
That's the hunger for sleep. Thank you. Thank you for saying that.
Okay.
And also it is really important because here the most important thing that we actually think about, it's either what we eat and about how many hours we sleep. It is really important. Sleeping time, it is really well known that between 8-9 hours, 10 hours maximum. After that, wake up. Okay, because if you want to sleep like more than 10 hours, like half a day. What's that?
If you're not a professional athlete, I work with professional athletes.
Yeah,
they train 5 hours a day. 5 to 6 hours every single day.
Yeah.
So for them, the sleep requirements are so high. Like I work with an MMA fighter. He sleeps like 10 to 11 hours every single day.
Well,
He wakes
they work
up.
a lot.
Yeah,
Yeah.
he wakes up, takes his snack, goes to train for 2-3 hours, comes back, eat, has a nap, wake up, eat, train another 2-3 hours, sweats a lot. I mean, maybe because you have so much force in your body, kicking, hitting, so his body gets so much damage extra compared to like a football player,
So
soccer.
yeah, actually, they
So
need
they
more
require
sleep.
more sleep. Gets back home, eats, go back to sleep. People tell him, hey, let's go out. Man, I can't go out. I need to sleep. That's the life
You
of
go
professional
out.
athlete. Exactly.
You go out. I will not go out. What do you mean go out?
Exactly.
Yeah.
So some people, they're going to require that much amount.
Yeah.
But normal people going to the gym, just trying to improve their health, for me, I don't see you can benefit from sleeping less than 7 hours. 7 to 8 hours, maybe 9 hours
Yeah.
is perfect. So 7 to 9 hours is the golden thing to do.
Thank you. So with that, we're gonna conclude the sleep segment. Now let's go for the blood tests. Okay.
Perfect. Let's go.
It is really important. The blood tests. A lot of people that I know personally, they're afraid of needles. They've never taken the
I
blood
know
test.
them,
Only
yes.
for marriage one time, and and they almost going to cancel the marriage because of the blood
Yes,
test.
yes.
They cannot have it.
I know.
So what are the most common types of blood tests?
Good question. I'm gonna start with a story that made me
Okay.
interested in the blood work thing. So I have a close family member. He had his child. They went to the hospital for a routine check for his child.
Yeah.
Okay. So the receptionist, it was a private hospital. The receptionist told the father of the child, hey, in our system, it shows that you haven't done blood work for over a year. And it's a good recommendation to do it every 6 months. Would you like to do it with your son? Are you fasted? Yes, I'm fasted. Do it at the same time. He said, okay, he agreed. What they found that the son, okay, thank God, everything is perfect.
Alhamdulillah.
But the father had a tumor. But he didn't know that because it has no symptoms because it was in the start. But because he did the blood work, he was able to detect it. Then they did the surgery. Then they removed it. Now he had grandchildren.
Okay.
So because
every 6 months, our viewers.
exactly every 6 months, do a blood work. You can go to government hospitals. You can do anything.
Governmental hospital, yeah.
It's gonna give you the basics. Yeah, the blood work, the blood count, everything related to blood, the liver, kidneys. They're gonna provide it for you. If you want to get fancy, yeah, maybe go to private place.
Not fancy, more detailed, let's say.
Exactly.
More detailed.
Exactly.
Yeah.
That's a better way to
Yeah.
say it.
Yeah.
So
yeah. But also the paper is gonna be like more fancy.
that's another thing
Yeah.
also.
Sitting while in the lobby, taking a picture. I'm at this type of hospital. You go to the governmental.
Yeah.
It's the same. By you only pay like 40 KD, 30. That's not too much.
Exactly. So that's the health part. That's what I recommend to people doing.
Yeah.
That's the health aspect of it.
Mhm.
The second aspect of it, when I work with people, they are amazed that I require from them blood work. So when they subscribe to my services, I have a question, I send it to them. One of the questions in the questionnaire is, when did you do blood work the last time? Some of them say, I don't remember. Some of them say 3 years ago. Some of them say, while I was getting married, I did blood work to check.
Yeah.
So what I realized, a lot of people don't do routine blood works. So when they ask them, hey, do blood work, they do blood work, I see they have low thyroid hormone, hypothyroidism, low vitamin D, low B vitamins, B12, low, or anemia, low RBC, hematocrit, hemoglobin, which affects women more. Especially if you're an athlete, these markers get lower and your requirements are higher than normal people because you put stress on your body. So I tell them, okay, do blood work. In the hospital, they give them the medication, like vitamin D. They give them just once a week pill. That's it. Their body improvements goes skyrocketing. So much amazing. They say that's the best results I had in my life.
And it's not expensive to have this experience.
Exactly. Just go do a blood work. Imagine you take one pill a week, you improve your body, your health, everything. So blood work is so crucial. There are some things that you can't know unless you do blood work. Like some people say, I don't have symptoms. I don't
Yeah.
have any symptoms.
Yeah.
But there are some stuff that you can't even know the symptoms of.
Yes.
You're not an expert. How do you know?
Yeah, I mean, like dizziness, you can have dizziness from a lot of things. Sometimes even from malalignment in the spine, okay? And by the way, I did like many shows and episodes with physiotherapists. Mr. Mohammed, we need now to go to our regular break on the mid of the episode, and after that we'll be back. So for your viewers, stay tuned and we'll be back after this break.